Preecy, surely 3, Macclesfield 2. We're still just about catching our breath after that. Talk us through your thoughts and feelings at this moment in time.
I'm still getting my breath back. Oh my gosh, what a game. What a great advert for the National League North. You know, it had a bit of everything, didn't it? Lots of good football, lots of battles going on across the pitch, lots of goal-mouth incidents, saves, hitting the posts, penalties, questionable refereeing decisions. It had everything, and then, you know, a last-minute goal. When you think, you know, from our side that we've been hard done by, because, you know, it looks like I don't know whether it was a penalty or not, but you know, Harry's going through, the lad clipped him. Like everybody in the ground has seen it, apart from the referee and possibly the linesman on the far side, because he looked across at the linesman for a bit of help. Fourth officials telling him that it was a foul. The linesman on this side is saying, look, you know, it's a foul. And from that they go and get an equaliser, which for many teams, you know, that'll probably be the end of it. Lose their discipline, lose their belief, think everything's against them. But not these lads. They just rolled the sleeves up. We did have a big, you know, moan about it, but we got on with it and just give us that extra incentive to go and try and win the game. And we had Harry's chance, you know, where it stuck in the water a little bit and he bent it just wide, and then, you know, from a long throw, which we said, you know, look, if it has to be a set piece, it has to be a set piece. And you know, we've done well to keep the ball in, and Harvey's put it in. And you know, those feelings are so hard to describe when you score, when you pretty much know it's the last kick of the game. Incredible, because Macclesfield had it 4 or 5 minutes before that, where, you know, they think that you know, they know they've got out of jail with a free kick, and they've gone and got the 2 each, so they're absolutely buzzing, and they've had that elation, and then it gets taken away from you. And you know, it's hard on them because, you know, it was a really good game, and it could have gone either way. And you know, they definitely had spells where they were on top, but we had our spells where we were on top, and you know, especially in the first 20 minutes we could have put the game to bed. So a great game, a great advert. Happy that we've come on the right side of it, and I think, you know, when people look back in years to come, this one will be, you know, in their top 10 moments, I would have thought, of watching Chorley Football Club.
Can you ever remember a time here at Chorley or in football generally where we've had a winner so late in the game, and the celebrations, again, just to mention, they were absolutely phenomenal?
I'm sure we have. You know, I can't think at this minute in time about such a late goal, especially in the circumstances. You know, that I think that's the thing that makes it that little bit more special, is that, you know, the way that their goal came, and so late on, but yeah, it's just an incredible feeling, you know. And you see their celebrations, they're all on the pitch, they're all celebrating across and stuff like that, and look, you accept it, that's football. If you can't enjoy a moment in games, then you know, it's no point being in the game. And you know, when we scored, you know, it was exactly the same, and like, you know, all the subs, you know, and that means a lot to me, that the lads who are not starting, they're as buzzing as the lads who are starting. And you can only be successful if you've got that spirit right the way through. It's one, you know, I'll definitely remember. You know, one of the best moments, and against such a good side as Macclesfield are, and you do feel for them in moments like this. You've got, because they've more than you know, they've more than matched us, and the game could have gone either way, like I said. But you know, we were brave and went for it at the end. And you know, I remember saying at Leamington, you know, maybe we should have shut up shop and just took the point at Leamington and ended up, you know, losing a game very late on. Today, you know, we kept positive, sent our house up, and you know, we end up getting the point, getting the 3 points. So, you know, we're probably 1 point up on that. So sometimes it's rewarding to be brave.
The conditions today played a huge part in the way that both teams played. The end of the game, it was almost like dire straits, trying to keep the ball and trying to, you know, play it in and around the pitch. But overall, were you happy with the performance?
Yeah, you look, there were moments where, you know, they made their extra man in midfield count, and then you can change, or you can, you know, you can stay positive. We tried to stay positive, although, you know, we dropped, you know, we did concede a little bit of ground in the second half, because, you know, we had to stop them dominating as much. We still managed to be able to get on the front foot and get our 2 strikers up. You know, because the first 15-20 minutes we were able to counter that and to stop them getting on the ball and dictating. But eventually, you know, they found a way, and then we've got to adjust a little bit without totally coming away from playing with 2 strikers. So, you know, I enjoyed that sort of tactical battle, and you know, it's just a little bit of a stick or twist situation. But sometimes you got to be brave and trust your players. And one thing they do is cover some ground. Our players cover an unbelievable amount of ground, helping each other out. And you know, they got the reward for how determined they were to get a result today. And that's a big result, because they're a good side. You know, we play 2 really good sides here, Macclesfield and Telford, and to come away with 6 points out of 6 is a tremendous effort.
Across a 46 game season, you don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low, but I think, is it fair to say that the lads and you will enjoy that win after all of what went on today ahead of next weekend's game at South Shields?
Look, I'm totally the other way on that. I think, you know, when you win, you've got to enjoy it. You know, you've got to enjoy moments like that. Like you say, you're trying to think back when that happened previously. You've got to enjoy those moments. That's what we're in the game for. This is why we love football, because it's so unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. And yeah, look, we're going to really enjoy it. There's no, look, you know, the next game's the most important, and let's just be calm. And you know, it's only 3 points. It's hard to win a game of football. It's so difficult. So when you win like that, you've got to enjoy it, and the lads can enjoy it. Yeah, we'll come back to it next week and make sure we get focused and ready for South Shields in the cup. But we're going to enjoy it. You know, we don't get too low on our losses, but we definitely get massively high on our wins, because we have to work so hard for it. You know, we as a football club have to work so hard for every win we get. You know, playing teams like Macclesfield and some of the full-time teams in this league, every win that we get, we have to work so hard. So we're going to really enjoy it.
And just finally from me, a word of thanks to the supporters for coming out in such torrid conditions today, and they got their reward at the end with that winner from Harvey.
It's just unreal, just to be able to celebrate at the end as well, because you know, I'm sure they had all the same feelings that we were having on the bench. And you know, it's just great. It's great to just see all the smiling faces and just seeing them so ecstatic. You know, they're going to have great weekends. You know, you're not going to tell them not to get too high about a result like that and the way that happens. I'm sure they're all buzzing about it, and you know, they'll have a great weekend. And it's great that we can reward them with, you know, the performances that we put in at home and the results that we get at home. You know, they're having a good time at the minute, and long may it continue. And yeah, hope they have a great weekend.